Next on 49ers Cal High Sports Report presented by U.S. Bank. The playoffs are here and we have the big game highlights. We'll have NCS hoops including San Leandro and Campo Lindo, CCS action with Sarah and Menlo Atherton. And Del Mar looks to finish undefeated in league against Live Oak.
Girls hoops include Miramonte and Bishop O'Dowd, soccer with Foothill and California, and the story of the Deer Valley hoop star turning his life around. It's all right now on 49ers Cal High Sports Report.
Welcome to 49ers Cal High Sports Report presented by U.S. Bank. I'm Robert Bronstein.
And I'm Aubrey Tolliver. We start this week by wrapping up the regular season in the CCS. Both the Mount Hamilton and Santa Teresa divisions came down to the final regular season games played on Tuesday night.
Our first game features Evergreen Valley needing a win over Santa Teresa to end in a first-place tie with Piedmont Hills. The final game played Tuesday night at Evergreen Valley.
Evergreen Valley needs a win over Santa Teresa to win a share of the Mount Hamilton League title. It comes down to the last game of the regular season. Cougars start out hot. Rohan Bindu with a no-look pass to Jay Ladd for the corner three. Evergreen Valley is dangerous from the three-point line. You don't want to give Ryan Shuyishi that much room. Cougs up 15-7. The Saints pull within three. Mahmoud Fafana does what he does best, strong to the rack for two, but the Cougs regain the lead to start the second. Bindu with great eyes, finding Arvind Rantawa under the hoop. The Saints erase a 13-point deficit to take the lead in the third, with Fafana going strong to his left. 43-41 Saints. Fourth quarter, Radier Chenna hits the three to put Evergreen Valley back on top, but Santa Teresa answers with a three of their own. Jared Johnson, money. Saints take a 1-point lead. Both teams trading blows. It's Rohan Bindu from downtown, and you can count it. 2 minutes and 30 seconds left on the clock. Evergreen Valley up by 2. Here's Chenna with the ball. Nasty jab step to lose a defender. Chenna sinks the three, making the crowd go crazy. Evergreen Valley hits its free throws late and holds on for the win, earning a share of the Mount Hamilton Division title. Final score 66-60 as the Cougars advance to the playoffs.
The West Valley Division also coming down to the final game. Del Mar looking for the outright league title. Live Oak with a chance to tie. Will Marriott with the corner three. The Dons on a 9-0 run to start the game. Closing the gap now is Live Oak. Jason Valentine on senior night for the senior captain. He sinks the three, but the first half belonged to the Dons. Izzy Tuipulotu kicking it out to Marriott. He buries the open look. 25-9 Dons in the second. And to top off his stellar first half, Marriott stepping in front of the pass, glides to the rim for the steal and the score. 39-25 Dons at the break. Dons pick up where they left off in the third. Andy Velasco puts back his own missed shot, but Live Oak starts to come alive. Gus Giba finds a wide open Valentine in the corner who buries it. Acorns gaining some momentum. JT Carvalho now a deep heave to Connor Guillaume, making the contested shot. It's 53-44 Dons. But the Dons just too much. Ryan MacArthur passes over to Velasco. Velasco has all day to set up his shot. Swoosh. Marriott passing over to MacArthur now. He stares down the bucket before putting it in. The Dons close things out with a perfect league record. They go on to win this one by 12. A big game for Marriott in the win.
North Bay sports coverage is brought to you by South County Chrysler of Marin. It's Heritage visiting Cardinal Newman in the first round of the NCS Girls Open Division basketball playoffs. Emma Norby rebounds it, fights to get it out to Anya Choice. She makes the right choice, taking a few hard dribbles to the rim, flips it in. For Heritage, Julie Ramirez passes to Ella Roberts. She launches a corner three to tie it early. Cardinal Newman's Liz Chambers drives and pulls up for the J. Cardinals lead by 1 after a quarter. And they extend their lead in the second. Christina Bacci pushes out to Reese Searcy, who swings and hits Mariah Harris 4-3. Asia Gerald drives all the way down court for the layup as the Cardinals take the 26-13 lead into the halfway point. Cardinals hold Heritage with plays like this. Big block from Reese Searcy, who holds the Patriots, but Heritage battles Isabella Fabricante to Paige Zeman, and Abigail Muse finishes a minute into the fourth here. Muse to Isabella Fabricante. The three ball is in. Cardinals keep control. Christina Bacci to Emma Nordby for the 2-on-1 advantage, and one more three for good measure. Anya Choice out to Christina Bacci, and it's good. Her third three of the night is Cardinal Newman goes on to win it 54-31. They move on to face Salesian in the semis.
The captain's meeting before the game as San Mateo takes on Gunn. Gunn with all sorts of chances early. The ball goes ahead to James Hahn, who beats the keeper, but the shot is deflected away by Joseph Liu. He gets some love from his goalie. More Gunn as Ryan Takazade sends it into the box. Hahn is going to have some fun, but this one is also kick-free. Second half now, and Gunn finally breaks through as Takazade taps it ahead for Hahn, and this time he makes very sure with a left foot strike, and Gunn takes a 1-0 lead at the 58-minute mark. Just 2 minutes later, Dane Jefferson with some nice moves to find some space for a shot, and he does just that from the top of the box, rolling it in. 2-0 Gunn Titans. Just 2 minutes after that, Takazade a soft cross into the box, and Joey Ciafici muscles it in. 3-0 Titans with 3 goals in 4 minutes. The Bearcats get one back late in the match. Ronald Liu ahead to Jacob Nesic, but not enough as Gunn advances to the semifinals with a 3-1 win. 3 different Gunn Titans, each with 1 goal apiece.
Each week, we present the Players of the Week in a rap produced by the Hip Hop Department at the Riker Center.
Here are the Players of the Week.
Yeah, Riker Center, Cal High Sports, your Players of the Week. Going to work on the block, it's Arish Bandal. Yep. This dude's reputation isn't tarnished at all. Actually, it's growing quickly for this junior from Midi. After a dominant performance against Reardon in the city, he shot 13 for 15 from the field. 6 boards straight filling up the highlight reel. Finished with 31 points in the game-winning bucket. Arish ended on a high note like the pep band trumpet.
Keep watching for more elite action from number 24 guard and forward Malik Jackson. The senior for the Dublin Gales showed the East Bay League what a dub entails. With 25 points, including 7 in double overtime. The Doherty Valley Wildcats tried to hold the line, but couldn't stop what happened inevitably as the Gales took home the title 90-73. Nice. Yeah, you know what it is. Your Players of the Week. Rahman Jamal, Big Murph, the Riker Center.
Stanford Healthcare brings us great information on sports-related injuries every week.
Here's the 49ers head team physician, Dr. Tim McAdams, with this week's tip.
There are 2 main types of ankle sprains, low and high. Let's look at the difference. Low ankle sprains are the typical basketball inversion sprains that injure the front and the outside of the ankle, leading to injury of the anterior talofibular and calcaneofibular ligaments. Although it may get quite swollen, they have excellent healing potential, and with rest, ice, and bracing, most athletes are able to get back to play within a few days to weeks, depending on the severity of ligament injury. High ankle sprains are a different animal and caused by an eversion or external rotation force that affects the ligaments connecting the 2 bones between the leg, the tibia, and the fibula. If you experience an ankle sprain, make sure you have it evaluated by your athletic trainer, because treatment plans and return to play can be quite different depending on whether it is a low or a high ankle sprain.
Coming up, our Diablo Motors NCS Monster Game. It's the NCS Division I game with San Leandro and Capolindo.
And Foothill meets California on the soccer pitch as 49ers Cal High Sports Report continues.
Yeah, I'm looking at the numbers now. You sure I can do this?
Yeah, it's what we've been planning for.
Thank you. Hey, boy.
Hey,
You know how I said I've been working on something big, right?
Sure.
This house is officially yours. You own it.
At U.S. Bank, we believe hard work works.
That's the look.
And our integrated approach to wealth management helps make sure your money keeps working as hard as you do.
Meet the legends of the road.
I'm Debo.
Touchdown, Debo Samuel.
And I got my roll on at the #1 Dodge dealer in the world. South County, where they call the fairest place. Come get your roll on just like I did. Drive a little, save a lot. Tell them Debo sent you. South County, drive a little, save a lot. Tell them Debo sent you.
49ers Cal High Sports Report is brought to you by these fine companies who care about high school sports. By Tri-Counties Bank, service with solutions. 12 locations now open in the Bay Area. By DGDG.com, where we want you to be a happy car buyer. And by Diablo Motors. Life's too short to drive a crummy car.
We are back at Levi Stadium with a great matchup in the first round of the NCS Open Division bracket. The Campo Cougars barreling through their league season with a perfect 12-0 record.
Yeah, pretty impressive. The fourth-seeded Cougars taking on the fifth-seeded San Leandro Pirates. The Pirates finishing second in league behind the division's number 3 seed, Bishop O'Dowd. This featuring two of the Bay Area's very best players. Aubrey explains in the Diablo Motors NCS Monster Game.
The playoffs are here, and we have a good one tonight here in Moraga between Campo Lindo and San Leandro. The home team is going to have to fend off Siri Sawyers, who can not only drain the 3-ball, but he's also dominant on the boards. But the Cougars have a sophomore averaging 20 points a game. That's Aiden Mahaney. He led his team to a state championship last year, but these benches have so much depth. There's going to be carnage in this NCS Diablo Motors Monster Game.
Siri Sawyers has the Pirates' first 2 baskets in this one. The first shot from long range, it's a 5-3 San Leandro lead, but then comes Aiden Mahaney. As promised, the 3-ball goes and Campo Lindo has control. Carter Mahaney to Emmanuel Callis beyond the arc. That shot is drained. The Cougs jump on top 14-7. And Aiden Mahaney would put up 8 points in the first quarter. Watch this physical move to the rack. He knows how to ignite his team. 24-13 Campo after 1. In the second, yet again taking the feed from his big brother Carter, and you can see why that sophomore already has multiple D1 offers. San Leandro battling through a 13-point halftime deficit. Makai Goodspeed hits it driving Enrique Aguirre. The hook shot lands, and Enrique draws the foul. San Leandro has some momentum, but the Campo offense very steady. Emmanuel Callis spins and lands a contested layup. He'd finish the night with a double-double. Hiki Fa'omale sees Godspeed at the elbow. Makai sinks the 3, 56-41. Cougars still with the lead. It's Carter Mahaney going off in the second half. A master of the fadeaway, landing almost an identical shot a few possessions later as Campo takes home the 12-point win. We talked to some Cougars who say they are ready to face that top-seeded Dublin team on Tuesday.
I mean, it's the open division, so we know we're going to play the best teams, but that's what we want. I mean, we prepare for this, we practice for this, and we're not trying to play against the best. We're trying to beat the best. That's what we did tonight.
I think we had a pretty good night offensively. You know, it's one game at a time right now, so glad with this win. We're going to enjoy it tonight, start watching some film, and get ready for Dublin.
CCS Open Division quarterfinal, Sacred Heart Cathedral and Menlo. Menlo starts off fast. Maya McConey gets it beyond the arc and splashes it for 3, 6-0 Menlo Knights. Seconds later, here's McConey again, showing off her range. That's 3 in a row for McConey to start the game. 3 minutes left in the first. Maya Epps shows off the mid-range jumper, dropping it in, no problem. The Irish still trail by 2. Avery Lee now passing it to the corner to Coco Layton, and Layton drops it in for 3 to increase the Knights' lead to 7. 3 minutes before the half, Sharon Ajad in the paint, fights to get it in, and 1, and she is loving that. Now in the third, Irish rallying back, Epps in the mid-range and sinks the bucket to tie it up at 34 all. But the Knights retake the lead. Layton from three-point land again, draining the shot. They retake the lead at 37-34. Now 3 minutes left in the fourth. Epps for 3, and it's good. The Irish trail 54-51. Seconds left in the game. Dylan Benitez driving to the rack, lays in the hard-earned shot, and the Irish take their first lead of the night, 56-54. 10 seconds left. The Knights get the rebound off the first shot. McConey beyond the arc for the win, and she nails it, and that'll do it. The Menlo Knights win a thriller to advance to the semifinals, where they will play rival Pinewood. Settle in for what would be a marathon NCS D1 game. First half action, Cal in control. Ansley Scallon to Angela Filosa, who fires it off the keeper, Maddie Goldberg, and sent away by Rachel Singh. No score. Second half, more Grizzlies. Kylie Weed to Filosa, who smokes it off the crossbar. We stay scoreless. Filosa this time into the box, but Goldberg punches it clear. 71st minute now, Foothill's Tori Anderson gets free and puts a left footer on goal. The ball scoots free, but keeper Isabella Mendoza blocks the rebound, still no score. A short time later, a spectacular volley by Kaylee Tembravilla. It hits iron, and we go to overtime. No score, so it's penalty kick time. The Falcons go first. Nicole Medina scores 1-0 Falcons. Oregon-bound junior Maddie Goldberg in net for Foothill with a great leaping save. Zoe Whelan left foots this one home, 2-0 Foothill. Second try for Cal, but again it's Goldberg with a left-handed save. And now here's Rachel Leonardi for Foothill, 3-0 Falcons. Can Goldberg do it a third straight time? Unbelievable! 3 straight saves for Goldberg as Foothill gets the upset win to advance. Goldberg with 18 saves in the game, including 3 straight on the penalty kick as Foothill advances. Each week, U.S. Bank brings us the Coach of the Week award.
This week's Coach of the Week is American High girls basketball coach Keith Ramey. Coach Ramey and the Eagles clinched their league title with a big win last week. The Eagles, one of the very best teams in the Bay Area, earning the top seed in the NCS Division I bracket. Keith Ramey, this week's U.S. Bank Coach of the Week. Albany's Construction brings us the Dirty Work play each week. Doing the dirty work this week is Evergreen Valley's Shreya Vinjamuri. Shreya doing work, getting the big block in the Cougars win last week. Shreya doing the dirty work just like the hard-working folks at Albany's Construction.
Coming up, back to the NCS Open Division with Doherty Valley and Bishop O'Dowd.
But first, take a look at our Cupertino Electric girls basketball power rankings.
This is the home of infinite possibilities, where we're setting a new standard of care, where the furthest innovations in medicine connect us back to the simplest forms of healing, where our world-class medical team includes you and those you love most. At Stanford Healthcare, we pride ourselves on providing every kind of care for every kind of patient.
I'm Greg Meyer, owner of Diablo Motors Auto Sales. Our service department employs the best luxury car technicians anywhere. Our honest, hardworking staff can handle all your maintenance and repair needs. We are experts in all luxury car repairs, so you can be confident we'll get the job done right. We handle everything from regular maintenance items like oil changes and brake jobs to bigger jobs like engine and transmission replacement. Why pay more at a dealership when our expert staff will do a top quality job at a fraction of the price? Come see us in San Ramon for all your service needs. Diablo Motors, the nice, honest, non-dealerish car store.
For more than 65 years, Cupertino Electric has been delivering power and possibilities. With offices throughout California and project sites throughout the U.S., Cupertino Electric today builds renewable, commercial, utility, and data center projects for some of the most influential companies in the world. Beyond that, we are a people company. We build family, communities, and meaningful careers. Visit CEI.com today or connect with us on LinkedIn, Facebook, or other social sites to see our openings and join our team.
Visit us at vcs.net.
We're Granada High School, and you're watching 49ers Cal High Sports Report.
We are back at Levi Stadium with another game from the NCS Open Division. This one featuring the third-seeded Bishop O'Dowd Dragons, champions of the West Alameda Foothill League, with 14 straight wins coming into the playoffs.
The Dragons meeting 6th-seeded Doherty Valley, the Wildcats losing star player Robbie Beasley with a knee injury. Let's see how they can fare in the game against Bishop O'Dowd.
We've got the Doherty Valley Wildcats in the quarterfinals up against Bishop O'Dowd, and the Dragons come out ready to go. Marcellus Roberson passes to Monty Bowser in the corner. He drains the three. Dragons go on to score 8 unanswered points. 4 minutes left in the first. Jalen Lewis fires to Bowser, and he slams it. BOD up 15-3. Doherty looking to make something happen. Aiden Sevilla gets it in the corner, splashes it. Wildcats trail by 15 with a minute left in the first. Bowser passing it to Lewis, and Jalen lays it in. The Dragons lead it 40-24 at the halfway point. O'Dowd keeps its foot on the pedal. Here's Taj Phillips sending it to Roberson for the alley-oop, and Roberson slams it down. 4 minutes left in the third. Here's Aiden buried in the Dragons' D, but he comes out on top. Now this one is something special. Roberson hits a crossover, drives to the rack, and brings it down with authority to make it 54-37 Dragons. Now to add the cherry on top, Bowser to Roberson. Roberson back to Bowser for the alley-oop slam, and that'll do it. Bishop O'Dowd defeats Doherty 86-60 to play Salesian in the next round.
Back to the CCS Girls Open Division as Valley Christian takes on St. Ignatius. The Wildcats take an early lead. Jackie Acosta feeds it up court to Claire Unteland. Bucket and one. SI leads 9-5. 1 minute left in the first. Nina Berry flies in for the steal. Coast to coast, bringing the Warriors within one. Second quarter, check out the step back three in the corner by Jaden Patterson to give Valley Christian a 3-point lead. But the Wildcats answer right back. Rachel Harvey lobs it inside to Sabrina Ma. Nice move for the basket and the lead. Third quarter, St. Ignatius protecting that lead. Harvey to Untalan to Ma for three. Wildcats take a 7-point lead. Now it's Acosta going strong to the rack, finishing with the left. St. Ignatius ends the third with a 6-point advantage. Wildcats get hot in the fourth. Angie McAdams to Ma in the paint. Bucket and one. It's 47-38 SI. 3 minutes left in the game. The Warriors rally to pull within 5. Look at the escape dribble by Fallon Dexheimer. 3-ball good. That was nice. But the Wildcats make their free throws late and hold on for the win. Final score 58-55 as SI advances to the semis, where the Wildcats will face Mitty next.
Each week, U.S. Bank brings us stories of inspirational athletes who amaze us.
This year is all about redemption for Amari Joyner. Amari knows he's made mistakes in the past, but is doing everything right to get his life back on track. Our Chiara Biagini has his story.
It is human to make mistakes. Amari Joyner made a big mistake and paid for that decision by spending 6 months in juvenile hall.
Well, I had to miss basketball, training, school, not being around my family, and just having to start all over.
This past May, Amari and a few friends got into trouble with the law. Amari was about to begin training for basketball season when his life was put on hold.
It hit me hard, especially because I know the type of kid that he can be, but there's always a flip side. For all the greatness you can have, there's also a lot of wrong you can do. And I think in that moment, he made a wrong decision.
But Amari learned his lesson.
Wake it up.
He accepted his wrongdoing and started to move forward. Amari was released in November, a month early, for good behavior.
I say I'm the same person. I'm just matured and I think differently now. My attitude got better. I've learned how to talk to people and not get frustrated quickly. I know how to be open-minded and think about others' feelings and just to cope with new people.
One bad decision changed Amari's life forever, but in the end, Amari thinks his life changed for the better.
Good shot, baby. Good shot. Amari was given an opportunity to come out and make a change. He didn't expect me to be as hard on him as I am, but he's embraced it. And that says a lot about him. He's learning now that there's no right way to do the wrong thing.
After being released from juvenile hall, Amari has maintained a 3.8 GPA. He's focusing his efforts on school and basketball. When he gets tempted into doing something he shouldn't, he thinks of his team and coach.
I just remember my coach voice in my head, hey, don't do it, don't do it. So it's like, all right, I'm not gonna hang out with y'all today. I'll catch y'all later, I got practice or something. That's what I wake up to come to do. Like I wake up looking for practice and games. Like something that makes me happy.
One thing I can say about my team is they hold each other accountable. You know, they're all competing to have the best GPA. They all bring me weekly progress reports. He's being held accountable, and it's not just me, it's his teammates. And he's holding them accountable, and that's leadership.
Come on, we just getting a little tired.
Playing basketball at Deer Valley pushes Amari to be the best version of himself. Amari wants to be a good role model to his peers.
Just do the right thing. Think about your future. It's really on your future. Like how you said, you control your own life. So where do you want to be in 10, 15 years? Because one little decision can dictate all that, as I learned.
It's not every day that you can have a kid come from being seen as a hoodlum to now the same people who were afraid to have him even at this school, they're happy he's here. It's really the type of story that needs to be seen. I'm extremely proud of who he is. I look forward to being even more proud of who he's going to be.
Extremely happy and proud of myself. Of course, there's things I can continue to do better, but I feel like I'm on the right track right now. I just want to make my family proud and, more importantly, myself.
On the right path to a bright future, this is the comeback story of Amari Joyner.
Amari and the Deer Valley Wolverines are the champions of the Bay Valley League.
Amari has high ambitions to play professional basketball, but as a backup, he wants to become an engineer.
Probably a very good idea. Great to have a backup. Wellstrong has teamed up with the 49ers with physical therapy and sports rehabilitation centers throughout the Bay Area.
Each week, Wellstrong brings us concussion prevention tips from their team of outstanding doctors. Here's Dr. Anthony Saglin-Benny with this week's tip.
Preventing a concussion is difficult, but there are some common sense steps you can take. Wear the helmet certified for your sport that fits properly. Never use your head as the focal point of contact. Don't tackle head first. Although not proven, strengthening your neck muscles and using a mouth guard can be helpful. Be safe and use common sense.
Coming up, our South County Chrysler Game of the Week. It's the girls' Open Division playoff game with Miramonte and Bishop O'Dowd.
And CCS boys action with St. Francis and Reardon. You're watching the nation's #1 high school sports show, 49ers Cal High Sports Report.
Why choose Invisalign over other aligners?
Are they comfortable and safe to wear?
I asked her doctor for a better alternative to braces, and he said,
only Invisalign aligners are made with SmartTrack technology.
Based on years of research, it moves teeth more comfortably and predictably than ordinary aligners. And in many cases, it works faster than braces. So I can develop a custom treatment plan that'll work for each of these smiles.
That's why Invisalign aligners have transformed millions of smiles.
Invisalign, transforming smiles, changing lives.
Devcon Construction is #1 in the Bay Area and Silicon Valley because of trust. 95% of our business comes from repeat customers. They know the customer is our top priority. That's why Devcon was the choice for the 49ers Stadium and for the Earthquake Stadium. Devcon was also chosen when outstanding schools like Bellarmine, the Nueva School, and Mitty wanted the very best on time and on budget. Top Bay Area companies know Devcon is the best choice whether it's new construction or renovation. Devcon Construction, helping to build the best in Silicon Valley.
Tri-Counties Bank presents a unique brand of service with solutions, a welcoming and listening style of banking with solutions that help improve your financial well-being. With easy access to over 32,000 surcharge-free ATMs, advanced mobile banking, banker support by phone 7 days a week, and an extensive community-based branch network, you're never far from a friendly face. It's easy to switch to better banking. Tri-Counties Bank, service with solutions.
49ers Cal High Sports Report is brought to you by these fine companies who care about high school sports. By South County Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Hyundai. Drive a little, save a lot. By the Rikes Center, where goals and dreams become a reality. And by Stanford Healthcare.
Back at Levi Stadium, where the Miramonte girls come into the NCS Open Division as the 4th seed after playing an independent schedule this year. The Mats 22-4 in the regular season.
And Miramonte taking on 5th seeded Bishop O'Dowd. The Dragons are champions of the West Alameda County Foothill League and looking to continue the momentum in this week's South County Chrysler Game of the Week. Our Wesley Boone was there.
It's the 5-seed Bishop O'Dowd Dragons taking on the 4-seed Miramonte Matadors. This is Open Division postseason basketball, so you know it's good. Dragons showing you how good it can get. Kennedy Johnson, tough points here. She was at it all night. Here she is driving to the basket. Nifty footwork, lays it up. It's 13-8 Dragons. Early, then it was senior captain Skylar McLaughlin's turn. Off the backboard and in. Dragons are in control, but Miramonte hanging around. Nice pull-up shot for Mia Mastrov. It falls. And then Rebecca Welsh trying to drive inside, finally kicks it out to Jordan Allred, sinks the three. It's 27-24 Dragons at the break. Second half, Abigail Pagila, she knows what to do with it. Find Kennedy Johnson, a recipe for success. Misses, gets the rebound, makes it. Johnson, she's on fire. Jenna Kilty now driving, finds McLaughlin. She makes it, and the foul. 39-33 Dragons. The Matadors making one final push in this game. Michelangela Mabandos misses the shot, cleans up her own mess, puts it back, and then Welsh driving, kicks to the corner to Mabandos. Money. It's 43-36 Dragons. Amaya Bonner now finding who else but Johnson, up and in for Kennedy Johnson, and to close things out. Johnson driving, passes to Bonner, who passes it back. The Dragons hold off Miramonte 57-50. Big games from Johnson and McLaughlin. We caught up with the entire Dragons team after the game. Here we are post-game with the Bishop O'Dowd Dragons. Big part of the victory tonight, Kennedy Johnson, she's our game MVP. Give it up for Kennedy. Okay, so Kennedy, kind of coming out of the gate, first half and the second half, a little bit slow for you guys. What were some things you kind of told the girls, told the team, told yourself to kind of keep you guys calm and in the game?
Well, in the beginning, we were kind of frantic, so I told my team to to slow down, and we were missing a lot of easy layups and boards, so we knew they're gonna fall, so we just decided to just take our time and finish at the basket.
All right, so moving on now. Miramonte, very tough team. You guys played in the postseason last year. What are some things that they did well tonight?
I mean, they're just a team of sharp shooters. They can hit from anywhere on the court, so it's really important for us to not help off corners and make sure that we always are in arm's reach of them.
You guys did a good job of that tonight. I guess you're hiding back here. Here she is.
Hey,
here she is. She's hiding over here. So, a lot of positive to take from this game. You guys have high expectations. You're in the postseason now. What are some things that you can kind of take away from this game moving on through the rest of the postseason?
Yeah, definitely our energy. Our energy on the court and off the court was crazy tonight, and that was something that we've been trying to pick up all season, so I really think that was something that we can continue throughout the postseason. I also think us keep running the floor, keep pushing the ball, that was something that we did really well tonight as well. So if we continue to do that, continue to do lockdown defense, I'm sure we did just fine the rest of the postseason.
I'm excited to see what you guys do. Speaking of that energy, give it up one more time for the Bishop O'Dowd Dragons!
St. Francis battling Reardon. Now this one living up to the hype. Jelani Clark with a steal and score. He's the exclamation point, one-handed slam, and he is feeling it. And then Chan Knott, the big man off the inbound, he gets it to fall. But St. Francis a step ahead all night. Vince Behringer, a weapon from deep, sinks from the corner, and he is not done. Harlan Banks driving now, passing it out to Trevor Leone, who hits Behringer, who again drills it. 25-15, St. Francis in the second. Third quarter now, Banks passing to Ryan Daly. Daly going into his bag of tricks, sinks the jumper. It's 41-32, St. Francis in the third. And then Isaiah Kerr, good luck stopping him from getting to the rim. St. Francis building on their lead. More Behringer now, his fifth made three of the night. St. Francis leading by as much as 11. In the fourth, but don't count out Reardon climbing back in the game. Robert Voihola capping off an 8-2 run, and when his team needed him most, Bryce Monroe clutch three and the flex. He isn't done. Monroe again from deep. Reardon still alive at 62-60 St. Francis, but Banks trying to put this one away. The basket and the foul. The Lancers hitting their free throws late. This is Kerr with the basket. The Lancers get the upset to go on to play the winner of Bellarmine Sacred Heart Prep. Highlights of that one later in the show.
Off to Hayward for the NCS Division II quarterfinal between Northgate and Mount Eden. The Broncos threatening early. Felipe Ognian with the pass to Carlos Vilvalta-Villa, who breaks free and draws a foul in the box. That sets it up for Ognian, who converts from the spot to give Northgate a 1-0 lead. Mount Eden looking to equalize just before halftime. The cross is tipped away by keeper Steph Podoan, and it's a 1-0 Northgate lead at the half. Broncos add on in the second. Vilvalta-Viana on the corner kick. The ball is headed in by Garrett Morgan, and it's 2-0 Broncos. Mount Eden answers just a few minutes later. Alex Colvia passes inside to Cruz Mejia, who fights off a defender and kicks it in to cut the deficit in half. Northgate trying to get that goal back. Vilvalta-Viana steals and shoots, but Adrian Valverde Lopez makes the big save. The Broncos get a free kick late in the game. Shane Johnson over to Rune Lavag, who gets it in on the volley past the keeper. Northgate pulls off the upset over Mount Eden. Goals coming from Ognian, Morgan, and Lavag. Lexus of Stevens Creek presents the Volunteer Award, part of the Lexus of Stevens Creek commitment to promoting volunteerism.
The Lexus of Stevens Creek Volunteer Award this week goes to Christina Constantine from the St. Francis soccer team. Christina is continuing a family tradition of gathering and donating clothing twice a year for the Santa Maria Urban Ministry in downtown San Jose. The program, called Little Sisters Rock, has donated more than 100 newer outfits every year for the past 13 years. Christina explains why this volunteer work is so meaningful for her.
I live a really nice life, and you see all these, like the Australian wildfires, or like the people in Africa who are starving, and it's just like, for me, I feel like I need to help out in any way I can.
Coming up, NCS Division I basketball, Alameda meeting Las Lomas.
And more CCS playoff action as Sacred Heart Prep takes on Bellarmine. Back at Levi Stadium, where the NCS Division I bracket played 2 games this week. The 4th-seeded Las Lomas Knights won their opening round game Tuesday by 18 points, sending them to the quarterfinals to take on Alameda.
Well, the Hornets won their opener by 20 points and are looking to advance to the semis in the game played at Las Lomas Friday night. It's the 5 and 4 seeds Alameda and Las Lomas meeting in the NCS D2 playoffs. A non-stop first quarter. The Knights' Nico Kiefer steals it, drives it, and flips it to Casey Kappa, who pushes it to the rim and pulls up for the jumper. For Alameda, Dejan Marks gets a tough rebound, fires it to Josh Niasulu, who lands the contested shot and one. Alameda down by 1 after a quarter, but that changes quickly. Jason Sibu drains the 3. Dustin Marquardt to Zach Patterson, who takes that lead right back, but Alameda jumps ahead. Niasulu maneuvers and breaks ankles, and he gets open for the shot. Hornets up 33-25 at the half. Big night for Casey Capo as he drives again and finds his shot. The Hornets defense strong in the second half. Elijah Callis comes up with it, fights his way in for the basket as Alameda goes on a run. 20 seconds left in the third. Jason Sibu launches the 3. Hornets lead by 15 heading into the 4th. Knights chip away at that lead. Capo from under the basket laying it in. Then Kiefer fires down low for Marco Balistreri for the quick bucket. Alameda stays in control. Marks sees Niasulu down court. He gets a layup, draws a foul, and the Hornets win on the road. 65-59. They'll face San Ramon Valley in the semis.
The Bellarmine student section all fired up for the CCS Open Division quarterfinal against Sacred Heart Prep. The Gators get an early lead in the first. Emmer Nichols with the pass to Aiden Bracha, who shows the crossover and hits from three-point land. But back come the Bells. Ian Elam over to Anthony Pyro, who pump fakes the defender, then drills his shot from deep. 17-13 Bells after 1. Bellarmine still on the attack in the second. Kyle Lewis to Quinn Denker, who finds a wide-open Elam for 3, and it's 29-16 Bells at the half. Now how about some great ball movement to start the third? Bellarmine swinging the ball around to Anthony Pyro, who lines it up at the corner, and that's 3. But the Gators fight back. Charlie Selma kicks it out to James Pleasance, who shoots and scores from deep. Bellarmine answers right back. Denker dishes to Kyle Lewis, and Kyle makes his splash from downtown. It's a 10-point Bells lead after 3. Sacred Heart Prep still trying to stay in it. Jai Deshpande shows off the spin move to lose the defender and lays it up and in. That was nice, but Bellarmine would pull away. Pyro kicking it out to a wide-open Denker, who hits nothing but net from deep. He's good at that. And then how about a putback dunk to finish it off? Ryan Kiachian gets the board and slams it home as Bellarmine wins at 59-43 to move on to the CCS Open semifinal, where they will face St. Francis next week.
The San Jose Earthquakes and Valley Health Plan present the Soccer Players of the Week. This week's Boys Soccer Player of the Week is Sacred Heart Prep's Kevin Box. Kevin, with a great game for the Gators last week, 2 goals.
The Girls Player of the Week is Esme Siegel from Berkeley High School. Esme had a goal and a big win for the Yellow Jackets last week.
The Harker School celebrates its pursuit of academic excellence with the Scholar Athlete Award. This week we honor Phoebe Henage from the Sequoia soccer team. Phoebe great on the pitch and in the classroom with an impressive 4.4 GPA.
Brought to you by the Harker School. Late last month, the Harker Upper School annual dance production dazzled audiences with a cast of 185 dancers. That same week, the Grade 5 show presented a humorous retelling of the classic fairy tale The Emperor's New Clothes at Harker. Preschool through 12th grade students discover their passions. Learn more at harker.org.
Coming up, our Diablo Motors CCS Monster Game, Sarah and Menlo Atherton play in the opening round.
And to the soccer pitch for Live Oak and Los Gatos next.
Since 1974, there's been just one goal. One thing we work for. The pursuit binds us together and pushes us forward. One family with one mission. To win for this city. Vamos, San Jose.
I'm gonna be a ballerina.
Good, better, Emma. Answer to new.
I'm gonna be president.
And the winner for president is Emma Williamson.
I'm gonna start a juice bar.
Emma, the numbers are looking really good. You're gonna start a juice bar.
At US Bank, we believe hard work works. And for everyone working toward a goal, we are here to help.
The legends of the gridiron meet the legends of the road.
I'm Debo.
Touchdown, Debo Samuel.
And I got my roll on at the #1 Dodge dealer in the world. South County, where they call it fairest place. Come get your roll on just like I did. Drive a little, save a lot. Tell them Debo sent you. South County, drive a little, save a lot. Tell them Debo sent you.
When I first came here, my goal was to be a contributing player on my high school's JV football team. The center actually not only helped me achieve my goals, but exceed even what I initially set out to do. I was able to continue playing football professionally through a lot of the things that I learned at the Rega Center. The Rega Center is a place to help you achieve your goals and then, tailor it to whatever the person's goals might be.
We're back at the NBC Sports Studio with the Serra Padres finishing just one game out of first place in the WCAL. They open up playoffs facing Menlo Atherton.
The Bears riding a 17-game winning streak into the game against Serra. It's our Diablo Motors CCS Monster Game. Monster Game, yeah. Tonight's game is a rematch of the exact same game in the first round last year, a game that Menlo Atherton won with Will Beasley, who was a senior last year, having a very good game for Menlo Atherton. Tonight, you can look for Nick Tripaldi to take a lot of shots for the MA Bears. He will be key, as will Antonio Ibetta for the Serra Padres. The point guard will have a big role tonight. It's the first round of the CCS Open Division in tonight's Diablo Motors Monster Game. MA up early, Tripaldi saves it to Skylar Thomas. Skylar was about to have a big game. This one was tight all night long. Abita rolls it in here for Serra, but here's Thomas again, fighting hard inside for the rebound, and Skylar goes right back up for the basket. It's 9-8 MA Bears. Serra going inside to Moody, the Mountain Shoeman, and Moody gives Serra a 5-point second quarter lead. But here's Thomas again. Look at Skylar with a tough basket and the foul. Thomas carrying his team early. Ryan Wilson had a really nice game for the Padres. He floats this one home, and Serra's lead is 3. Third quarter now, pass it to Wilson, and Ryan hits for 3. He was hopping happy to give Serra a 6-point lead. Nice Padres passing here as Wilson goes to Dimitri Katsa-Georges to Damon Lewis. Padres up by 8 early in the fourth. Back come the Bears. Rising up in the lane is Spencer Lynn as MA cuts the lead to 5. Then into the corner for J.D. Carson, who nails the 3, and MA is down by just 1 point. Let's go! Down 3, it's Tripaldi for 3, and Nick nails it when they needed it most. We go to overtime. In the OT, a fancy shot by Wilson to give the Padres the lead, but Justin Anderson will play football at Washington State next year, and he wills his team to victory tonight. A tough drive and score there, and then Justin with the steal and all the way to the rim as Menlo Atherton comes back to win it by 2. A huge night for the Bears, and their star in this one, Skylar Thomas.
It was great. I have my friends, my family, my teammates out there to help me out. We just took our time, played defense, had a really good game, and we did what we had to do. It's just a stepping stone, just one part. We still got more games to win, we still got more games to play.
Live Oak and Los Gatos meeting in the first round of the CCS playoffs Saturday, and the Cats get on the board in the 30th minute. Emily Nedham with the chip shot right inside the right post, 1-0 LG. Near the start of the second half here, Nedham hits it ahead for Nikki Krockenberg. It's deflected, but right where Nikki needs it, she scores. Los Gatos goes on to lead it 3-0. Emily Funk is given a PK, and she doesn't miss. The Acorns are on the board in the 36th minute, but 1 minute later, Nedham already with 2 goals, and here is number 3, the junior, with the hat trick, and it's a 4-1 Cat lead. Audrey Reed looking to cut that Los Gatos lead in half. The shot from 30 yards out hits the crossbar. Audrey had a nice match for the Acorns, but from here, the Cats go wild. The captain, Kelly Keedy, takes her shot. Los Gatos scores twice more before time expires. Here's Keedy again. That's her second. Los Gatos wins it 7-2 to advance to the CCS semi, set to face St. Francis. Nedham with the hat trick.
Invisalign brings us the Bright Smile Award, honoring the people who support the teams we cover in all sorts of ways.
This week, we honor Trisha Sinceri, the athletic director at Silver Creek High School. For over 25 years, Trisha coached water polo, volleyball, softball, basketball, all for the Raiders. She's retiring as a coach this year, but will continue to run the athletic department with a big smile. Trisha Sinceri is this week's Invisalign Bright Smile Award. You can buy entire game videos from all of the games featured on the show tonight. Go to 49erscalhighsports.com to order.
Be sure to follow us on social media at 49ers Cal High on Twitter and Instagram. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and view all of the highlights and features after we air on Sunday nights. Coming up, the NCS Division I game with Monte Vista and Monroe Catholic.
But first, here is our Cupertino Electric Top 10 Power Rankings for boys basketball.
49ers Cal High Sports Report is brought to you by these fine companies who care about high school sports. By Cupertino Electric, the company delivering power and possibilities and celebrating student athletes making a positive impact. By Invisalign, winning smiles start here. Learn more at Invisalign.com. And by the Sereno Group, here for good.
Hi, I'm Lucy Wiedemeyer, longtime broker with Sereno Group. And my husband, Charlie Wiedemeyer, and I are longtime supporters of high school sports.
Hi, I'm Kathleen Pazine with Sereno Group Real Estate, representing Palo Alto and the surrounding communities. I'm proud to support Bay Area high school sports on the 49er Cal High Sports Report.
We are back at Levi Stadium with our final playoff game this week. The Monte Vista Mustangs come into this second round game taking on Monroe Catholic.
Frank Knight's Mariners won their opening round game against Liberty to make it to this game played at Monroe on Friday night. The Monroe Catholic Mariners feeling loose for their playoff matchup against Monte Vista, but it's the Mustangs who jump on top. Nate Richenna feeds Anthony Santa Maria. Number 11 lands the three-point shot, but then it's the Mariners' number 11 with a three-point play. Devin Arnold landing the contested lane while drawing the foul. The Mustangs take a 9-point lead in the second period. Santa Maria feeds a driving Evan Dunphy, and then it's Arnold passing to Kaylin Elarms Orr, and Kaylin draws the foul. Here's one more and one for the Mariners, Deontay Johnson. And after the free throw, we are tied at 20 with seconds to go in the half. Monte Vista looking to steal that lead right back before the buzzer. Richenna gets it to Dunphy, and Evan gets it done. 29-26 Mustangs heading into the third period. Monte Vista's offense was just so solid. Santa Maria cradling the rock and landing the shot. Mustangs up by 10, but just like before, Mariners begin to chip away at the lead. Trey Knight, the triple. This shot from Richenna beyond the arc is clutch. Nate will play football at Cal next year, but right now he's looking for this win. Trey Knight, an amazing bucket. Wow, but the Mustangs' free throw game is strong. Monte Vista pulls off the upset and advances to the semifinals. They'll take on the familiar East Bay League opponent, De La Salle.
The Sacred Heart Prep boys team finished the regular season as co-league champs.
The Gators meeting up with our Shanberries at the Rikes Center this week to chat about their season.
We're at the Rikes Center in Menlo Park, the premier training facility on the peninsula where goals are achieved. Hey, it's Shan, and I'm here with the Sacred Heart Prep boys basketball team! Congratulations, guys. You're 13-1, winning a share of the West Bay League title. How did you guys prepare for this season, and what's this season been like?
For us, I think a big part of the season was getting prepared through the preseason. We played in the Reardon tournament, I feel like, and we played a really good competition there. I feel like those teams kind of like prepared us, get us ready for the type of competition we'll face in league. And we lost one game to Menlo, and we got it back at their place. It was a great win. That's why we're sharing the league title with Menlo. Just great competition, great season, ready to get into the playoffs, and we're excited.
Yeah, that leads me into my second question. You guys are about to start playoffs, so how are you guys preparing for that?
It all starts in practice. With playoffs coming, we're going to be playing a lot of good teams. So I guess, just pushing each other really hard in practice, stepping up the intensity, because I think that's going to prepare us the most for the games. Just watching film, just staying focused, and just pushing each other every day. We're excited.
I love that. I'm excited for you guys. And give us some of those team traditions. How do you guys hype yourselves up?
Usually before games, my boy Ren will play his music. But also like the night before, we have a big game, like say against Menlo. We'll have a team dinner, and with all the coaches and everything, we talk with each other and really bond with one another.
Well, congratulations again, guys, and good luck in the playoffs. I'm Shan. Give it up again for the Sacred Heart Prep Boys basketball team!
Hey, Gators on 3, Kobe on 6. 1, 2, 3, Gators! 4, 5, 6, Kobe!
DGDG.com presents the Be Happy Play each week. This was a play in a game this week that made everybody happy, and this week's Be Happy Play goes to the Foothill Falcons. Maddie Goldberg with her third straight save in PKs as the Falcons get the upset playoff win, and the girls were very happy about it. Maddie was somewhere down at the bottom of that pile. Go to DGDG.com to find out how you can be a happy car buyer.
Coming up, it's the Service by Medallion Play of the Week. Some great plays this week. We'll see who gets it next.
But first, here's this week's training tip by our good friends at the Reckitt Center.
Hi, I'm Coach Davon, and today's training tip is a single leg squat to box. Exercise great for stabilizing your hips, knees, as well as the ankle. So what George here is going to do is stand on one leg. He's going to sit on the box, sitting his hips back behind him and keeping his knee behind his toe. One more time. And that is the single leg squat to box.
The winner of the Service by Medallion Play of the Week, it's a medallion swag pack complete with a hat, backpack, a very cool pair of headphones, and last but not least, a ticket to the end of the season awards banquet, May 18th, right here at Levi Stadium.
Our Wesley Boone will count down the contenders, and then he'll announce this week's Play of the Week.
Play of the Week. It's the Plays of the Week, and it's the playoffs, people. Marcellus Roberson crossing it over and slamming it home. Wow. Trey Knight, he's got some wow in him too. Look at this, the circus shot somehow falls, and the foul, impressive stuff. And then our Play of the Week, a sequence of events from Foothill and Cal. Maddie Goldberg, great save on the penalty kick, but she isn't done. Kick number 2, just as impressive. She can't do it again, can she? She does. Diving, makes the fingertip save. 3 consecutive penalty kick saves. It doesn't get better than that, people. Let's see the final save again. Maddie Goldberg, incredible effort. You just won Play of the Week.
That's the Play of the Week, and that's our 49ers Cal High Sports Report for this week. Thanks for watching. I'm Robert Braunstein.
And I'm Aubrey Tolliver. Join us next week. We'll meet the Heritage soccer player recovering from a rare illness. We'll see you then.